Welcome back to Guru Chronicles. I am on the road handling some things for the household. And so I want to talk about being a better husband. Got a little 2-day series. Today is going to talk about the husbands. Thursday I'm going to talk about being a better wife. But for the husbands, for my fellas out there, for all my soldiers out there in the fight who are making it happen, who are committed men to their women, and also those who are getting ready to commit or who are significant others. I just want to run some things by you that I've learned in these 18 years of being married and talking to my wife and my dad, not my wife, my mom and my dad, been married over 55 years. So just collectively learning some things. And the first thing I want to see off the gate, guys, for us to be better husbands, what I've learned and what I've heard is, number one, women need affection. I was listening to Miles Monroe the other day, and he has a very awesome teaching on YouTube. Miles Monroe, Dr. Miles Monroe. Very good teaching on what women need, and he does one on what men need. But today, again, the focus is men being better husbands, and so affection. Showing our women affection. Being mindful of how attentive we need to be to them. Holding their hand, getting them things that they like flowers, making them a meal, acts of service. That's those love languages in there, if you read that book. So being tentative to your wife, listening to her needs. It could be rubbing her foot, rubbing her back, touching her. Affection, things that demonstrate your love to her. The second thing is working on communication. My wife and I are still working on communication, but we are definitely at a place where we get each other a lot better than we did the first 5 years, first 6 years, first 8 years. We just learned a lot through our mistakes. And so, you know, communication is one of the things where you cannot quit on you can't quit on your wife. You have to figure her out. You promise to, you know, at the altar, you promise to figure her out. You promise to be there for her. And so abandoning her because you shut down and you get mad because she pisses you off, which it will happen. They will. You know, women can push a man. I know this, guys. My wife pushes me at times. However, I can look at it as she's pushing me to be a wuss, or she's pushing me to man up. And so I can already be manning up, but it may not be productive, okay? So I'm keeping things going that aren't productive. And then, you know, lastly, something that my wife has said for quite some time in the first part is just being mindful. Affection is almost attached to being mindful. And so that's when they say things and do things, you hear them, okay? When they're talking, not cutting them off because you got your thought in your head of what you already want to say. We know how that goes. Things like that. When she's asking you for things, for your time, for you to sit with her, to go somewhere with her that's boring to you, but it's interesting to her. So being mindful is entering to her world. Sit down and watching a chick flick with her, or going to see Girls Trip, going to see those ladies movies, Bad Mom and things like that. You end up finding out these movies are pretty good, and they're dropping some good messages in them that help us out as men. So those are things that I've gathered, and I'm hoping these 3 things will help you out. Implement it. Don't just view this. Give me some feedback. Share it. Subscribe so I can keep you up to date on things I'm learning and things that are passing me and that I feel that are effective and that seem to work. These 3 things are really improving my marriage, and I'm looking for 18 more years, you know. So wherever you are, even if you're divorced or things didn't work out, you know, adopt tools that you didn't use. And if you have tools you're not using, blow the dust off and use them. You know what I mean? So make it happen, make it work. Okay? Make sure that we're mindful, make sure that we're showing affection, and make sure that we're being attentive and that we are listening to what our wives say. And I know I missed that last point, but it's just flowing right now. So, you know, we go through, you know, things happen, but you know, you got to stay in touch with your soul guru. I'm out.